Hey guys, so today we have another concept car video and we're going to take a look at the Dodge Rampage, which was a pickup truck made for non-conventional pickup truck buyers with a front-wheel drive layout and Hemi engine under the hood. If you're not familiar with my other concept car videos, make sure to check those out in the top right corner, as I've done many on the various Mopar vehicles. You can find the video outline on screen, where today we're going in depth on the background info, exterior and interior, performance, future plans, and looking at why the Dodge Rampage was cancelled. Also, my apologies in advance as there weren't a whole ton of great pictures of the Rampage around, but I did what I could. So, let's begin. So the Dodge Rampage was first shown off at the 2006 Chicago Auto Show, and this was a pure concept, not based on any existing vehicle. The name, however, was taken from the short-lived Dodge Rampage from about 2 decades prior. That Rampage, around from 1982 to 1984, had been a front-wheel drive, subcompact unibody coupe utility based on Chrysler's L platform. There was actually a market for car-based trucks back in the early 80s, and each of the big three had a model, Chevy with the El Camino, and Ford giving the Durango a shot long before Dodge used the name. Dodge decided to bring out the Rampage. Other competitors included the Subaru Brat and Volkswagen Rabbit sport truck. There was even a rebadged variant of this release, the Plymouth Scamp in 1983, which was functionally and visually the same as the Rampage. Going back to the more modern Rampage though, the only thing it really shared with the original was its unibody construction and front-wheel drive. So the whole point of this new Rampage was to change the narrative on what a pickup truck should look like. As exterior designer Scott Kruger said, quote, "The Rampage was designed as a truck for people who aren't into trucks. It's the truck for the non-traditional buyer. This is a truck for the person who wants the functional aspects of a truck, yet doesn't want a traditional vehicle. The Rampage has the capability of a pickup without sacrificing occupant space." End quote. If we remember, the mid-2000s were an era that provided some different trucks to the market, like the Honda Ridgeline and Ford Explorer Sport Track, and they had expectations to sell well. They weren't typical rugged pickup trucks, but they still had some anticipation and sold half decently, and Dodge thought that they could capitalize on that hype at the time by adding the Rampage to their existing lineup of the full-size Ram 1500 and the mid-size Dakota.
Actually use pickup trucks. It's bold, it's powerful, and it's supremely versatile. It's the Dodge Rampage concept vehicle.
So as for the design, rather than going for the tough and rugged image that Dodge already had in their other pickups, the Rampage was built around the idea that a pickup could be a family vehicle, with a focus on maximizing interior space and flexibility. It's got a striking appearance and didn't have the same gimmicky concept looks from the other trucks, like the Dodge M80 or Dodge Sidewinder. It's as wide as the Ram 1500 and as long as the Dakota. Most of the length was reserved for the cabin, and there's also a 5-foot bed. Dodge added all their standard design cues that you'd expect, like a big crosshair grille, muscular fender flares, and lots of chrome and brushed aluminum accents. The grille is part of a curving plane that also houses the LED headlights, which had a nice modern look with clear and frosted acrylic, along with light piping. Drawing attention to the cabin, there's a U-shaped element that starts above the door sills and runs all the way above the windows, and that's also matched on the door handles. There's also a small reverse angle pillar on the rear door, and a small triangular window, which gives the truck a sportier, coupe-like profile. Moving inside, the interior was totally unusual and unexpected, and shares a lot with a minivan, again totally unconventional for a truck. Irina Zavatsky, the principal interior designer, spoke about it, saying, quote, "The interior of the Rampage is durable, functional, and efficient. Everything is there for a reason." End quote. So first we can start with the doors. When either door is open, the sill pivots to expose a step assist. The front door is hinged as you'd expect, but the rear door slides open Grand Caravan style to reveal the interior, with no B-pillar in sight. Inside, both the center stack and instrument cluster can move all the way across the dashboard towards either the driver or passenger and can also be rotated either way. It was designed to look like it was floating above the surface. There are also a lot of structural elements exposed, like satin silver and brushed aluminum, and the steering wheel spokes were designed to match the cluster and center stack. The cabin has a bright orange and charcoal color theme, and uses polyethylene coated fabrics, and that allows for durable and clean dashboards, panels, and seats. Another cool feature would be the dual panoramic skylights, which run along the length of the cabin to bring daylight to all the passengers inside. The drivetrain was not seen in any other Chrysler vehicle, a front-wheel drive layout with a 5.7 Hemi engine. It was engineered that way because the primary innovation was for the Rampage to feature the stow-and-go seating for the first time ever in a pickup truck. With all the seats up, the Rampage can hold 5 passengers, but the right front seat and rear seats can be folded into the floor. The headrests flip down into the seat backs, and the armrests fold out of the way. That also means there's lots of extra storage in the floor when the seats aren't folded down there. To accommodate for this, Dodge used a durable marine-type rubberized washable floor. As for the seats themselves, they were contoured around a special folding frame finished in satin silver with milled silver handles on the sides. And the front-wheel drive was an important piece here, as having rear-wheel drive in this setup would have negated the ability to fold a lot of the seats under the floor further back. The Rampage bed is only 5 feet long, but that didn't impede its abilities, as it does have a retractable rear window and a midgate which can fold down, allowing for the cabin and bed to become one elongated area at the expense of passenger space, very useful when hauling longer objects without lowering the tailgate. The bed is pretty versatile with retractable cargo hooks and a 3-position tailgate. And a 3-position tailgate which can be extended upright, 98 degrees, or at a 117 degree angle, very helpful for loading up wheeled cargo like bikes. Finally, the rear bumper could also drop down to reveal another storage space. So with all these interior features, the Rampage was set to give owners unrivaled flexibility. Now we can shift over to the performance side of things. Under the hood, the Rampage was powered by the 5.7-liter Hemi V8 engine taken from the Ram 1500. That engine had an output of 345 horsepower and 375 pound-feet of torque, paired with a 5-speed automatic transmission. It did also have the multi-displacement system, or MDS, where 4 cylinders would shut off in certain conditions, like when you're cruising on the highway, and that gave you up to 20% better gas mileage. Projected fuel economy for this vehicle was 15 city and 18 highway mpg. Again, the noteworthy piece of information here is that the Rampage was a front-wheel drive vehicle, whereas all other Hemi applications were rear-wheel drive, as noted before. That was done to preserve all the interior innovation. As for wheels and tires, they were very big, so the wheels were 22 by 9 inches all the way around. Same goes for tires, massive P305/50 R22 Goodyears that were 34 inches tall. The front suspension was a multi-link setup, while the rear was independent. And one final thing, the exhaust exits through vents in front of the rear wheels, so as to keep heat and fumes away from the dual cargo beds. So the Rampage was essentially an innovative design experiment, a different take on a potential addition to the Dodge truck lineup, between that midsize Dakota and full-size Ram truck. I'll refer back to the Honda Ridgeline, which released for the 2006 model year. Many in the automotive industry said at the time, quote, "A front-wheel drive pickup will never fly. What was Honda thinking?" End quote. Since Honda couldn't directly compete in the full-size truck marketplace, they were thinking outside the box, offering a near full-size vehicle for non-traditional truck buyers, and targeting first-time pickup buyers. The Ridgeline would defy the critics at first, winning the North American Car of the Year and Motor Trend's Truck of the Year for 2006. It also sold over 50,000 units in 2006 and was gaining momentum, but unfortunately, that was the peak of its success, never reaching close to that point again. Seeing Honda's successes and failures definitely impacted Dodge's plans for their own non-traditional front-wheel drive pickup, and it made them realize that they already had the trucks that everybody wanted. Of course, it would have still been a very fun and unique truck, but one that wasn't truly necessary. So why was the Rampage cancelled? There's a few explanations. First, as we just talked about, Dodge already had the big sellers in the truck industry. 2006 saw the Ram pickup sell 364,000 units, with another 76,000 from the Dakota. The Rampage would have likely cannibalized some of these sales. Secondly, the Rampage concept was never given the green light for production. Head of design Ralph Gilles talked about that, saying, quote, "It's a concept. Sometimes a concept is not done to show a future production model, but as a rolling test bed to show off things that might make an appearance in future vehicles." End quote. So that's pretty much it. Dodge was entering uncharted truck territory to see what they could do and what the public reception would be like. It broke the conventional pickup truck rules and also marked both the first use of Dodge's popular and innovative stow-and-go seating and storage system in a pickup truck, and the first stow-and-go front passenger seat ever. It also paired the Hemi with front-wheel drive for the first time ever. So those that wanted to pull heavy trailers or haul huge payloads would still go for the Ram or Dakota, but Dodge was trying to address the needs of smaller consumer groups with this new niche. There were even rumors Dodge could use this architecture to build a next-gen Caravan, Town & Country, or Pacifica. Of course, things just never worked out that way, but Dodge still made a lasting impact in the minds of consumers with this concept. And maybe Dodge was a little ahead of its time, as 2021 has many more compact pickup trucks on the market, like the Ford Ranger, Chevy Colorado, GMC Canyon, Honda Ridgeline, and even the Hyundai Santa Cruz. I think a vehicle like the Rampage would fit in really well with that group. So that's the end of this video, guys. What did you think of the Dodge Rampage? Hope you enjoyed it, and make sure to like and subscribe for more Mopar content, and let me know if you want to see other concept car videos like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video.